Welcome back, my wasted youth. This is Rev taking you through Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition. When last we left our intrepid hero, we were in the unknown dungeon at the end of the game. Yeah, that's right. All we are trying to do right now is just get just a few more Pokemon and a few more items before we can actually leave. Hey man, that's great. And now up to this point, all we've run into so far, rare candy. Oh man, I hate those. All we've run into so far is a Sand Slash and Golem and, excuse me, not a Golem, just a Graveler, as well as 2 Golbats. Now all the levels we're dealing with are just huge. Like even that last Golbat and Graveler we just faced were level 54 and 55 respectively, so we are definitely out-leveled here. But you know what? That's actually okay. What's this? Max Elixir. Hey man, those are great. Okay, so now we are going to come down here and then jump onto here and use Lapras to surf. Now, all in all, we don't actually have to worry about any of this. We have got a lot. Hey, great! A Max Revive and an Ultra Ball. Neat! Okay, so we are going to get back onto Lapras. And what's this? Huh. Will you look at that? That is one of 3 hidden PP ups. Well, that's great. There's one on the entrance floor and also one on the very top floor. This is the bottom floor, so that's fine. But we actually want to just use Lapras again to go right back in the water. But before we do that, I actually thought it was a pretty good idea to heal everybody up and take care of Blastoise's poison, and so now we can continue to where we need to be. So if we go up here, we'll run into a level 55 Graveler, but beyond that, it actually takes us pretty close to where we want to be. Now, most of the enemies that we're going to run into are actually going to be, hey, an Ultra Ball. That's great. They're all going to, a lot of them, are going to be ground-based. So I've taken Blastoise out of the front of the party and actually replaced it with, hey, wow, man, oh, this is bad. Okay, well, I've replaced Blastoise with Lapras, trying to give Lapras 1 or 2 more levels before we get to this next very big battle. Okay, so now, most everybody is healed up for what I want. That's great. And believe it or not, I'm actually wanting Lapras in the front of the party for this fight. We're not going to talk to this thing yet. We have no idea what it is, but, you know, deep down, we know what it is. So, what is MEWTWO? MEWTWO is a psychic type that does not evolve. This is the 5th legendary Pokemon for Generation 1 and easily the toughest and best Pokemon of all of Generation 1. Available in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, there is only one MEWTWO in each one of those games, but we are going to see it at a high enough level where all it's going to have is Swift, Barrier, Psychic, and Recover, all of which are learned at level 1. At level 75 it learns Mist, at level 81 it learns Amnesia. It's got super high HP, a great attack and speed stat, and easily the highest special stat in the entire game. Now, it can't learn quite as many of the TMs and HMs as Mew can, but this one is definitely customizable to whatever you'd like to do. This is the reason why most of us keep the Master Ball. I'm going to try it without it this time, though. MEWTWO has a disadvantage to Bug type, and an offensive advantage to Fighting and Poison type. And MEWTWO's name should probably be written as Mew squared, but it's a lot easier to just go with its parent, genetic parent anyway, Mew, and the number 2. Oh, wow. Okay, so what you are going to want to do here is definitely save your game. This is going, well, you know what? If you're smart enough to have brought the master ball, you'll catch it, no question. I don't have it. I didn't want to bring it, and I actually am going to try to catch MEWTWO the old-fashioned way. So let's see if I actually can. Oh, yeah. And now we are in, well, trouble. Maybe. My plan in this whole thing is Mew has actually only got, well, 2 offensive attacks. And he's going to use Recover a lot. I'm actually going to use Ice Beam as much as I possibly can. The plan is that if we can freeze Mew solid, this will actually go, hey, perfect. Looks like we just caught a Mew. Well, MEWTWO. So now, as long as we don't use Charizard and Fire on this Mew, this is going to be a very easy fight. So, let's see what we can actually do. And, Mew can't fight back. That is not what I was expecting. I was expecting this to go on a lot longer than it is. But let's see if we can actually do some stuff here. Okay, now, let us actually see if we can just throw Ultra Balls at it and catch it. I don't think it's going to work. This may be really good, this may be really bad. So let's find out. And with a third Ultra Ball, yeah, we don't have a chance here. Okay, so, how about this? Well, what do you know? Okay, I was actually thinking that we may have to thaw him out just to put him to sleep. But MEWTWO is caught the old-fashioned way, and I still have a Master Ball to do something with. What do you know? I never would have guessed that to work. Oh, I guess freezing works wonderfully. No, I don't. Perfect. And so now, just like that, we have caught, well, MEWTWO. Okay, so now let's just hop on Lapras and surf on out of here. Now that we have caught MEWTWO without a Master Ball, it's probably a good time to talk about the third and final nail in the coffin for Pokemon popularity. And unfortunately, that was actually the movie. Pokemon movie MEWTWO Strikes Back. Well, it was released November 10th of 1999 to a 10.1. Hey, perfect! This is exactly what we wanted. So now let's see if we can actually catch Lickitung. Well, we've seen what it is, so let's just try to catch it. And as soon as we do, and that actually looks pretty good, we should just be able to get on out of here. So now I'm going to switch into Pikachu and see if I can weaken it down a little bit more with Swift. And it doesn't look like Slam is, well, yeah, it does, but hopefully this will work. And can we weaken it? Oh, well, not a whole lot, but that's okay. Let's see if one more Swift, and then we're going to try throwing out a ball for it. Defense Curl, man, that may be okay. So, now I want to switch back into Lapras and put it to sleep, and then use one of our remaining Pokeballs. Okay, so let's see if I can sing. And there we go, Lickitung is asleep, which means as long as it doesn't wake up this very next turn, we should potentially be okay. So let us see if we can use an Ultra Ball and catch Lickitung. Hey, that's great! So, just like that, we have now caught as many Pokemon as we can for the entire game. Great! No, I don't think I do. Hey, perfect, man. Okay, so now, like I was saying, on November 10th of 1999, MEWTWO Strikes Back opened to a $10.1 million opening day. But the big problem was that, well, up till that point, parents had only let their kids watch the cartoon, but didn't really pay much of attention to the cartoon themselves. And all that really means is that when parents took their kids to go see the movie, they weren't quite expecting what they got. Well, fact is, nobody was. Now, Pokemon Movie started off with a little pantomime short called Pikachu's Vacation, and though it was a self-contained story, it really didn't have any any English to speak of. Just a lot of Pokemon saying their names and variations like they do, over and over and over. And in a lot of cases, parents really just weren't ready for it. And, you know, that's okay, though. Well, sales unfortunately dropped off very quickly. And though the Pokemon movie was ultimately going to be the highest grossing video game movie in history, well, right up until Lara Croft Tomb Raider, a lot of parents had enough problems with what they had seen in Pikachu's Vacation that they really wanted nothing more to do with what they thought was a stupid movie based on a even more seriously plague-ridden movie, or excuse me, cartoon series. I mean, you've got to remember, this is the one that was putting kids in the hospital. And, you know, haters gotta hate. So I think ultimately they just wanted some reason to avoid the franchise like the plague, whether they had a reason to or not. Oh, okay. And so really, that's kind of the effect that Pokemon had for the majority of the North American audience. Okay, so now let us jump back onto Lapras and see where we can go from here. Okay, this is... Hey, what is this? Oh, not another rare candy. Okay, so now for healing everybody up, all I've done is just, well, healed everybody up and given everybody elixirs and ethers that needed them. And so now we continue on where we're going. Look at that. That is the second of the 3 PPs that we're looking for. So, what could be up here? Well, let's find out, shall we? Okay, so now we continue, and let's see if we can actually find what we can just around this area. Now, I am pretty sure that this last PP, yeah, is right there. Hey, that's great, we've already been here, so now let us just grab all the rest of the remaining items, and we can finally get out of the unknown dungeon. Hey, that'd be great! Okay, so what is right there? Ultra Ball. Hey, perfect. And you know, I actually believe that may be it. Now, I don't know for sure, I'm kind of hoping that's it. I guess not, because I see something right there. So let's jump onto Lapras and surf over to it. And let's see exactly what that thing is, because I think that we are almost done in this area. Because now we are right on the entrance floor again, and if we jump on Lapras and go all the way over here, yeah, man, that's the end. And so with one final level 55 Golbat, we are now, well, finished the underground dungeon. Perfect. So where we are going to fly is right back to Cerulean, because it's the closest place. And so what are we going to do now? Well, actually, what we're going to do is heal up our Pokemon, which really is not totally necessary. I mean, I just did give them all healing and ethers. However, this is totally finished now. And then what we're going to do is show a few more Pokemon, then head off for that last and final trade that we have, and then we will end off the entire run of Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition, showing all the rest of the Pokedex that we have. So, unfortunately, we are just short on time, so we will have to pick this up next time. This has been Rev taking you through Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition. Thanks for watching. Till next time.